Matt Davis. Welcome back to another movie review, aka After I Saw. This time is going to be on The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Yes, that is an extremely long title, but hey, that's how it goes. But anyways, this film stars Nicolas Cage as Nicolas Cage. The actor we all know and love from all the great movies he's done to all the terribly stupid movies he's done, yet entertaining as well. Well, some of them are just bad, some are bad good. But anyways, in this action comedy, the fictionalized version of Nick Cage must accept a $1 million offer to attend the birthday party of a dangerous superfan played by Pedro Pascal. Things take a wildly unsuspected turn when Cage is recruited by a CIA operative played by Tiffany Haddish, and is forced to live up to his own legend, channeling his most iconic and beloved on-screen characters in order to save himself and his loved ones. With a career built for this very moment, the seminal award-winning actor must take on the role of a lifetime, Nicolas Cage, who he plays as throughout the entire film, obviously. You knew things were going to get crazy when Nicolas Cage was starring in a movie where he plays sort of himself. I mean, throughout the film, we basically see what goes through his life. Well, not really, because it's an action comedy. So, of course, we see an actor play an actor who is going through an action mission, but it's more comedic than action packed. But that's completely okay because that's what I expect. Nicolas Cage, even though he's done a lot of crap in his life, he still has made some really good movies throughout his career. I mean, hell, he won an Oscar for one of his movies, so hey, and he still made good movies after that. I think ever since he decided to star in Mandy, he has really been going back up to his roots. Like Color Out of Space was great, and Pig, I think, is his best film in a really long time. In fact, that just might be my favorite film of his. And there are references to his other films. Not all of them. I kind of would have liked if they did reference some of those bad films. There is a Wicker Man reference, but there are just some of those Nicolas Cage films that are just infamously bad, like 2014's Left Behind. Like, I kind of would have liked to have seen if he made references to those. What really kept this movie going for me is the relationship between Nicolas Cage and Pedro Pascal, especially Pedro Pascal. Sure, Nick Cage is a star, but Pedro Pascal, he is hilarious in this movie. Despite the fact that he's kind of betraying Nick Cage in a way, but he's still a very big fan. The fact that Nick Cage is befriending a fan, and when his fans comes along, they just talk about how much he loves his movies, but he's not really big into what he's doing. In fact, in the movie, he's wanting to quit acting, but when he takes this job, it's going for a more different role. Like Pedro Pascal kind of is making a script, and he wants Nick Cage to be in it, but he refuses. But something happens later on that makes this whole journey of his into something a lot more. And when we do get further into the movie, it makes a lot more sense. The trailer is a little bit misleading sometimes. Like, there's no part in the movie where Nick Cage is doing target practice with glass bottles or anything like that. But hey, there is still a lot of fun to be had with this movie. Some very unique surprises here and there. And what's also very funny is that Nick Cage has visions of a younger version of himself, and it's absolutely hilarious. It doesn't happen often, but it was really cool to see. Also, the movie is very well paced. The movie scenes never drag on for too long, and while there isn't like some full, flat out, laugh out loud moments, there is just enough humor and enough chuckles to get the audience like really digging what's going on screen. And if you're a huge Nicolas Cage fan, then I feel like this is the movie for you. And this isn't a movie that's just throwing in all, nostalgia factors for Nicolas Cage's old movies, because a lot of newer movies have been like big name franchises are trying to throw like a lot of nostalgia in your face. While some of it did work, Spider-Man No Way Home, which by the way I did pick up if you guys are wondering. But this isn't a film where they're just shoving a bunch of Nicolas Cage, like, look at all these great movies Nicolas Cage was in. No, it's actually about a lot more. It's basically about how Nicolas Cage, him as an actor, lives throughout his life. Like, he's a family man, and he's actually a really cool guy, and he is a really cool guy, and not all of his movies are completely over the top. Sure, that's what he's best known for, but he's not super over the top in here. I mean, he's still entertaining enough, but it shows that he's known for a lot more than over the top humor. And there isn't just references to Nick Cage films, other films too, ones that are super beloved, Paddington 2 being one of the biggest ones, which is kind of a running gag in a couple parts. Brief spoiler, but yeah. In terms of like minor problems I have, I did have a few, like I mentioned earlier, but I guess I like the first two acts a lot more than the final act. The final act kind of felt a little bit underwhelming. I think the action to that, like there is action during the last act, but I felt like the action could have been handled a bit better, and it sort of felt a little anticlimactic, but that's basically it. In the end, guys, I had a really fun time with The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. It shows that Nicolas Cage is still a great actor. He's still making great movies. It's not a movie just to show how great of an actor Nick Cage is. It's a movie about how Nicolas Cage experiences his life being Nicolas Cage, a big named actor who's known for crazy amounts of movies, great and bad. It's a very smart roller coaster ride of humor and fun Easter eggs. Well, not a whole lot, but hey, I felt like there was a lot of originality to this film. And Nicolas Cage isn't just great here. I mean, Pedro Pascal, like I mentioned before, he's also great. Tiffany Haddish, yeah, I think that's what her name is, Haddish, also great in the movie. Even Neil Patrick Harris, even though he was like in the movie for a little tiny bit, I liked his brief 5 minutes that he was in. But in the end, guys, I highly recommend this film. If you're a huge Nicolas Cage fan, then I think you will definitely be pleased with this one. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I am going to be reviewing The Bad Guys, so I'm sure a lot of you guys are looking forward to that. I know that's going to get a lot more views in this video, but hey, whatever, I could use the views. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Ward out.